a young painter is arrested for the alleged murder of his father, a retired military man known by neighbours as strict, disciplined, and a stickler for rules. That night, police responded to a call and found the father dead at home, killed with a family heirloom, an old military knife. No sign of forced entry. The house was locked from the inside. The painter was sitting calmly in the living room, hands covered in blood. He admitted it, said nothing more. During the investigation, it became clear he'd always kept his distance from his father's military world. He never wore anything army-related. He skipped family ceremonies. And his paintings, they spoke in quiet symbols, scorched uniforms, faded medals, grey crosshairs. One neighbour simply said, he was nothing like his father. Question 1. So, was he always just different from his father? Or is that how he wanted it? Question 2. If you were investigating, how would you use the fact that he's nothing like his father to dig into motive? This painter didn't just grow up different from his father. It was a quiet, lifelong rebellion. He chose to become everything his father wasn't. No uniforms, no rigid rules, no hard-edged values. His art kept tearing down military symbols, like he was shouting through paint. It wasn't just defiance, it was pain, a protest carved from old scars. As for his motive, it wasn't about money, it wasn't rage, it was a silent reckoning. He may have grown up under a harsh, almost military regime, shouting, punishment, the slow crushing of self. He couldn't fight back, couldn't run, so he began cutting ties from the inside. Bit by bit, he rewrote himself. That night, he didn't snap. It was the final act of a heart quietly breaking for years, sitting there, blood on his hands, calm as dusk. So you see, not becoming your parents isn't always growth. Sometimes it's survival. And perhaps you're wondering, does the person we become always reflect the parents we had? There's no neat equation, but yes, there's a link. Families are like sealed rooms, private, hard to see into from the outside. A parent's beliefs, their fears, their silence, even their cruelty. These things don't just leave a mark, they shape the child. Sometimes solving a mystery means resurrecting the ghost of a parent, even if they've long since gone, because a child's pain almost always carries their shadow. Why does someone ache for love, flinch at authority, disappear under pressure? That's the silent family history, the kind of evidence that leaves no fingerprints. But none of this excuses violence. Understanding motive doesn't mean forgiving the act. It means tracing it to its root, because some people are raised in darkness and still choose the light. And that choice, that's where the real strength lies. So, the idea that a certain kind of parent creates a certain kind of child isn't a rule. What really matters is what kind of past left what kind of cracks, and how the child chose to move forward. That's what proper reasoning is really about. Because the way people turn out, it's not random. Some grow into the shape of their parents without ever choosing to. Others spend their lives trying to carve out a different path, but both carry the same shadow, just in different forms. So we ask, how did they learn not to become like them? What kind of hurt made them say no? What gave them the strength to break the chain, even when it cost them something? You wonder why we care so much about motive, because it's not just about what someone did, it's about why they did it. We don't dig for motive just to punish. A sentence might close the case, but understanding the why might stop the next one from ever happening. If all this began with deep hurt, then what about all the others carrying the same kind of wounds? Are they silently breaking too? And if he didn't act for himself, but to end the violence he grew up with, then perhaps someone else should have been answering for it. We don't ask why just for justice. We ask why so it doesn't happen again. Justice answers to the system, but understanding answers to the heart.